Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Happy 2018 again. So we're here for our mid-monthly reading for the month of January 2018. Before I get into information about this month's reading, I just wanted to give a couple of quick announcements. First, to my returning subscribers, thank you very much for all of your wonderful comments that you've been leaving me. I really do appreciate your comments, your likes, and also for subscribing to the channel. For new viewers, I hope that you enjoy the reading, and if so, please feel free to share the video, and also please subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified when I upload new videos, so you won't have to keep coming on and trying to find me. It will just appear as a notification. I did, at the beginning of January, I did the first giveaway, the full moon giveaway. So I had a winner for that one. She will be getting a 1-question reading coming to her. And this month, for those of you who did not participate and would like to, there's a second chance. We'll be having a second full moon at the end of January. So be looking out for the extra video that I put out on that full moon to find out how you can enter into the drawing and win your own free personalized reading. So stay tuned for that. Also, just another note about subscribers. I'm doing a special sort of push to get subscribers. So when I reach, my goal is to reach 5,000. And when and if I do, I will be doing a very special video for that. And I'll be giving away to do a drawing. And the person who wins the drawing will be getting a free reading for the remainder of the year for 2018. So depending on when I reach the 5,000 subscribers, if I reach it, within the next few weeks or month, then that person will receive, a free monthly personalized tarot reading for the rest of 2018 for each of the months of the year. So be looking out for that. So please, I do ask that you share the videos, subscribe if you haven't, help me reach this goal. I would be very grateful if you could. Okay, so to get into our reading, I'll be doing a mid-monthly reading today, focusing mainly on the areas of romance and relationships, and then career and finance. Okay, and it will be an individual reading for each of the signs, but looking at those two specific areas. For the main reading, for the romance and relationships portion, I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And for the career and finance portion of the reading, I will use the Good Tarot deck, also by Colette Baron-Reid. And then I'll be pulling a couple of oracle cards to accompany the reading in order to save time. I will be shuffling, meditating, and pulling, already laying out the spread off camera just to really save us a little bit of time so we can get into the reading and try to keep it around the, 30-minute mark. So that's why you won't see the shuffle for this mid-monthly. Okay? All right. Well, again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in 1 second for your individual sign reading. Thanks for now. Hi, Aries. I hope you're doing well. So I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for January. So this will be covering from, the middle of the month through the end of January, but focusing on the two areas that I mentioned in the intro, career and finance and love and relationships. Before I do get into the reading, let me first say how sorry I am for typos. I don't know what's wrong with my fingers, but it appears that in a lot of your readings, instead of, typing out Aries, how it's supposed to be written, I keep switching around the I and the R. I don't know. It's just me being dyslexic or just not paying attention, and I'm so sorry for that. Somebody brought it to my attention recently, and I thanked her very much for letting me know that. So don't worry, it will not happen again. Certainly not intentional, and I'm very sorry for misspelling Aries. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. So you'll see along the back row, I've already laid out everything. So we have along the back the career and finance portion of the reading. Okay, and I'll go through each of the cards with the overall energy, plus the two additional oracle cards. And then down the bottom, you see the love and romance. And then again, I'll go through each of the cards. So In the past positions, this could be the energies you leave, the beginning part of January, entering into these last 2 weeks of the month. You have the messenger of earth. Okay, so earth and energy, pentacles, messenger, followed by major arcana, number 6, love. And in the future or outbound position, you have another major arcana, number 13, transformation. I love the way this card, the way that this card is represented in this deck, transformation. So beautiful. And then the overall energy, you have major arcana, number 11, justice. So out of the 4 cards, 3 of the 4 are major arcana cards. So, definitely divine orchestration at play. We'll go through the meanings here, but a lot of these messages are very powerful. So a lot of significant events possibly happening during the next couple of weeks for you, Aries. Okay, so beginning with the messenger of earth. Earth energy has to do with the suit of pentacles. So typically we think of material things, right? Those tangible things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. So it's the money that we earn, it's the work that we do, has to do with business, trade, our material possessions, our home, also has to do with education. And it's sort of how we see, or the material results that we see here in the material realm. The messenger of earth, this would be in the traditional deck, the knight, right? So the way that this deck, the Good Tarot deck, is arranged, we have the page of earth, right, which would be then followed by the messenger of earth. So we know that knights, they typically act on something, right? So this messenger of earth, it could be an actual person that you're dealing with over the next couple of weeks. If so, it would be more than likely a middle-aged earth sign individual, not gender specific, male or female. So it could be either a Capricorn or Taurus or a Virgo, male or female. And we usually think, just like the name suggests, messenger, usually the knights come in, they can bring offerings, they can bring messages, but they come in to act on something. So this, typically this person would be, somebody who is hardworking. And out of all of the knights in the tarot, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of the knights. So not fast-paced energy, but we usually think of the person as the slow and steady wins the race type of individual. So they set their sights on a specific goal and they work very hard. They're really industrious. They're very dedicated. They're very goal oriented, and they keep going until they reach the goal, right? So they keep their eye on the goal, however long it takes them, right? So it has to do with being very prudent, being very thorough, being very dedicated and determined, but also knowing that your efforts will pay off. This could have been also, when the court cards appear, they can be people that we're dealing with, or they can be events, right, or situations, or just the energy that we're taking on. So if this is not a person, this could have just been, you taking on this energy and, coming into the last 2 weeks. Maybe you've been working very hard on something. Maybe this has something to do with your work, right, the job that you do, or possibly a new career endeavor, or a new some type of new job offer. But you've just been working very hard and really, keeping your head down and focused on whatever the goal is, okay? Coming into the middle position, which would be sort of the present position, present obviously being relative. We know that time is very malleable, so whenever you hear this message, that's when you were meant to hear it. So that brings you to this love card, which would be in the traditional deck. It's the Lovers, right? And the Lovers card has to do with usually a choice, right? It's sort of a head or heart decision. So there might have been some type of decision related to this, whatever this messenger of earth, whatever this possible, new business or something new to do with your career or your job. Because there is some type of decision that's involved with the love card. Yes, the Lovers card also has to do, or can have to do, with a very strong connection with another person. Okay, so this could be in the form of a friendship. It could be, since we're looking at career and finance, could be a partnership, right? You partnering up with another person. It can be obviously romantic. So this might, be some type of romantic also connection with another person. But it's, we usually think of it um, as choices, and that's why I keep coming back to the decision and head or heart. So there might have been, or you might be here in the present, you might be looking at choosing between two things. The card in this particular deck, Love, is actually called Oneness, and it speaks of, how choices are not always either or, that is important to sort of view a choice as an experience, as a way of sharing, as a way of kind of seeing the unity in all things, even when making a decision and weighing up two things is about, seeing sort of this oneness between spirit and ourselves and between, whatever it is, or see the unity in all things. So that the card has a slightly different meaning, but there could be some type of significant, with the major arcana, this would be a significant kind of life-altering decision, and that's kind of backed up by the card that you have in the future position, right, or the outbound energy as you leave the month of January, because you have the transformation card. In the traditional deck, this would be the death card, and we know that, what is death, but, it's nothing more than a transformation. It's a change, right? It's about something ending in order to give way to something else, right? And you cannot have this new beginning without first ending something else. So, if this is a new job, if this was you weighing up, two different job options, or should I go with this particular job? Should I venture out on my own? Should I, whatever the decision was, it's kind of like you need to end one thing before you can fully begin on something else. So there is this, give way to change that goes along with the death card. This could be, in a relationship reading, it could be the ending of a relationship or an ending of a chapter in your life, even just a way of thinking about things, right? But it really is all about growth and change and metamorphosis, right? And this sort of renewal. And what's better to represent this renewal than, on this card we have the phoenix. Sort of, you can see there's fire, there's these, sparks, these flames coming out of her hands, and it's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So, nothing remains the same, right? Just like with death, after death comes, for those of you who believe in reincarnation, there is new life. So it's all about the cycles of birth and death and rebirth and transitioning, and now being this time of transition from one thing to another. And it's all about being open and allowing these changes, these transformations to happen in order to welcome in whatever this new phase or new opportunity is in your life. So, this could be you've been weighing up the options here with this idea of a new job or venturing out into something, different as far as a career goes. And you will be heading into that, as you move towards the end of the month, heading into February, there is a quite significant transformation change, new things coming in for you. And with the overall energy being the Justice card, and it's interesting because the two Oracle cards, I'll show you in a minute, but you have two Justice cards that came out. So definitely this is a message that many of you need to hear, Aries. So Justice in this deck is also called karma, and there is there's a significant karmic energy that surrounds the Justice card. So it's about the law of cause and effect, and how whatever might be going on in your life, there's a definite cause and effect, and seeing different areas, different elements in your life balancing out, and seeing actual evidence of this in your life. So with the Justice card, yes, it does. You can see she's holding here the sword of justice. She has the scale of justice right over there. So yes, it does have to do with fairness and honesty, and and us acting in an ethical manner and taking responsibility for our actions. But it also has to do with weighing all sides before making important decisions. So this could very well have to do with this major decision in the middle here that I was talking about, and you needing to really weigh up all of your options before you make that decision, because what you have with the transformation card, it's a significant, there's an ending and a definite new beginning. So this is a very significant decision that you're making. So make sure that you weigh up all your options here. The Justice card can also speak of, karma, and sort of if somebody has done something to, unfair that you thought was unfair, there is a divine order to the universe. So this might be, karma, kind of you benefiting in some way, right, from something related to karma or karmic events from your past. But I feel that this Justice card is really speaking more of this important decision that you have, and this major transformation or change that is going to happen in your life once you make that decision. Okay, and the two oracle cards that came out for the career and finance portion of the reading, you have Justice. And the Justice card says, your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. And navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Let me hold that up so you can see it. Okay, so for these two cards, let me read you. I like to read the full description for each card. For the one from the Sacred Traveler deck, which is the Navigating by the Stars, that's not as long as the other one. So let me try to get the main meaning here. So the card really speaks of trusting your gut, right? And having faith that a higher power is directing your life. Believe, allow your life decisions, again, decisions coming up, to be dictated by what opens your heart and what brings you joy. Okay, we have the Love card. Yes, it's called, it is a decisions card. It's the Lover's card, but it's love. So it's talking about, how your life is divinely guided, and follow your bliss, and everything is going according to a wonderful plan right now in your life, right? So be confident that all is well. So what this card wants you to know, sometimes you can't see the road ahead, but when you become still, you can feel the right way to go. It's like navigating by the stars. You might not be able to see every detail of the path for your life, but when you trust the light of the stars, your silent spirit guardians, and the joy of your guiding North Star to navigate in the darkness, in the morning light, you find yourself at the right place at the right time. Okay, so maybe this decision, whatever this decision is, you need to really, follow your bliss. Go with that gut feeling. You're being asked to, really, as you're weighing up whatever this decision may be, really listen to your intuition. Listen to that, that gut feeling, which is the universe speaking to you, right? There's a something divine, either divine timing, or you're being divinely guided, especially with all of the major arcana cards that you have here in your reading. There's a, definite divine orchestration at play. Now, the Justice card says, this card signifies that your soul's purpose involves protecting others from unfairness. You'll find satisfaction in careers involving mediation, law, political science, city planning, security, and so forth. You may even blend spiritual aspects into your career, such as healing work combined with conflict resolution, for example. You have natural leadership and delegation skills, and others look to you for direction and guidance. You honor and respect the responsibility accorded you, and you're highly respected as a result. The angels ask that you continue to trust your heart's guidance as your career evolves and changes. Heaven knows where you're most needed and will help you with divine assignments that can put your skills to the highest and best use. And that's really what I was saying. It's all about this divine plan, divine orchestration. Trust, listen to your instincts as you make this decision, because you are definitely being divinely guided here with whatever this new change, this change in career, this new opportunity is. Okay? All right, Aries. So now let's shift gears just a little bit, and we'll take a look at the cards that we have along the bottom here. So from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, we have, and this is for your romance and relationships. The first card in the past position is card number 12, a change in the wind. followed by card number 2, Yin, and the outbound energy, or the card in the future position, card number 26, Happy Happy. And let me just shift the camera around a little bit. There. Okay, so you see we have the overall energy for the next 2 weeks. You have card number 43, Deep Knowing. And I'll get to the 2 oracle cards in 1 second. So starting off with the change in the wind card. Let me actually shift these over so you can see them as I'm talking about everything. There we go. Okay, so the change in the wind card. This card speaks of change, and we have, transformation up here in your career and finance reading, and then you begin here with this change. So, the essential meaning for this card is that, there is this sort of unseen change that has begun. This could have begun around the end of last year, or, over the first couple of weeks of January as you move into the middle of the month. But it's kind of like, when you can sense that something is coming, like when a storm is brewing, or when there's something, it's like you can sense it. There's this change coming. So there might be a shift coming in as far as, your relationships go. There is a certain uncertainty surrounding this card, right? Because obviously when we sense that there's a change, we're not exactly sure what is happening, but there is it's a time of transformation. Things are kind of moving along. You may or may not have control over these changes, right? It's kind of, there's an unknown surrounding this card as well, right? So, within a relationship, this could have been that there might have been some shift in a relationship, in one of your relationships. This shift could come in the form of, even seeming sort of out of sync with each other. Could have to do with, going through kind of a stormy patch with the other person. But, these times, they're really all about growth, and there are opportunities for mutual growth, for you to understand yourself better, what really makes you happy, what brings you true joy, for the other person to do the same, and advice when this comes in, or when there's this change, is really about take shelter, sort of think of like the Hermit card, or, retreat, remove yourself from the situation. Everything will kind of blow over, and then things will begin anew. So there is this sort of new beginnings also attached to this card. So there's uncertainty, but there are new beginnings. So this could, obviously reading for many different people. So this could play out in many different ways. This could be, over the past couple of weeks or months, you might have moved out of one situation, one relationship, or one relationship might have ended, and there's been this period of change, of slight uncertainty, trying to figure out what is best for you as far as moving forward, either with the same person, going back and resolving whatever these issues are, or moving on, right, and finding or preparing yourself, or being open to a new relationship. Which brings us to the card in the present position, because the number 2 card, Yin, it's all about being open, right? It's the essential meaning of this card is the feminine principle of receptivity. Okay, so it's really being, or allowing, somebody new to come in, if that's, if you've moved out of a relationship, and then sort of positioning yourself to be open, because sometimes, there might be the possibility for a new relationship on the horizon for us, but we have to be, open and willing to accept that new relationship or the person. So it's all about receptivity as you sort of go through this period of waiting to see what's coming in. And when it does come in, accept it. So it's really about going with the flow. And just like, with this change in the wind, you're really not having that much control over the things. It's the same idea here. So kind of go with the flow, see what comes in, evaluate things as they happen. But remember that you need to make this space for things to happen. Okay, so you need to, in order to receive this new relationship, or be, you need to be open, right? Be open to whatever new things are coming in. And ultimately, if you do this, what you have is the outbound energy for the month of January, leading you into February. You have happy, which, like the card suggests, it's all about happiness, right? And it's you just feeling in a very positive place, feeling very happy, content. All is right? All is well in the world. And everything seems to be happening kind of effortlessly. Things are flowing along. You're feeling very full of joy, feeling very happy. So this could be, there could be this opportunity, and if you're open to whatever this new love or friendship or relationship opportunity is, it looks as if there is a positive sort of result, right, from this new relationship, or being open to this new relationship. If you're in if you're currently in a relationship, you could have been going through some issues, right? But then with the yin card, I think it's asking you to, when dealing with the other person, try to be more open, right? Try to be more accepting, try to be more receptive to whatever that person has to say to you. And, this could be you kind of healing and mending it. I'm staying with the cup is making me think of the, cup suit, which it's to do with feelings and emotions and being open to the other person, sort of filling your cup here with whatever they, emotions they have to give you, or their feelings, or their thoughts, just talking with each other here. And it does see as if, that's going to be the key to your happiness. Okay, so the happiness card is all about the grass being greener, not on the other side, but right where you are, right? Being happy right where you are. So if this is you in a relationship, then getting to this point where, everything is right in the relationship. Or if you're moving into a new relationship, you're feeling very happy. So, happiness seems to be flowing in towards the end of January for you. And this, tying all these cards together, the overall message of deep knowing, card number 43, this has to do with, similar to, I want to say, the Navigating by the Stars oracle card that you had over here for the career and finance. This deep knowing has to do with listening to the oracle within, right? Listening to your intuition, and understanding that it's really sort of your intuition that allows you to enter into this conversation or this dialogue with Source, with the universe, with, consciousness, that, or this sort of awareness that you are part of something greater than, what we have here in the physical realm. So, it's really going in, sort of listening to your heart and soul, understanding that, if you're in this relationship, that the person is there to play a meaningful role in your life. It's a sort of deep understanding. Or if this is you, you've moved out of one relationship and you're sort of going through this healing phase, or, taking time out for yourself phase, and then somebody out of nowhere kind of crosses your path, and then, you're very connected. There's a sort of immediate connection with the other person that you're unable to describe. It's that soul, it's that deep knowing, right? It's a soul contract, a soul relationship. So listen to that. So this could be somebody coming into your life who's going to be quite prominent, quite important. So, when there is this sort of soulmate connection, which is what this deep knowing has to do with, right? Our soul, kind of soul knowledge, that deep knowing. This could be a soul connection, right? It could be this, your soulmate, or two hearts really calling out to each other. And so pay attention to whatever signs or messages your intuition gives you about this new person or this relationship. Just trust in this deep knowing to kind of guide you and lead you, because it's going to lead you to this happiness over here. Okay. All right. And the two oracle cards that came out, let me show you them. We have from the Whispers of Love deck, you have Be Authentic to Who You Are. This is card number 39. And the card says, you are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. And from the Angel Oracle deck, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And I think that, what these two cards bring, that the additional messages that these two cards bring to the reading, first of all, with the Whispers of Love card, it speaks of the importance of authenticity, right? And, and when we enter into a relationship, it's all about really being authentic, being who you truly are, and also accepting others, right? This be open to, be receptive to, accept others for who they truly are as well. And without, sort of that need for the other person to change or for you to change, right? And by accepting and being more open and being more accepting, there will be more happiness and more joy in your relationship. Yeah. And the attraction card, this card really has to do with the best way, or what the card, for this one, I think I'll just read from the Oracle card book for you, because there's quite a long description here. But it says, like a good friend, the romance angels send you this card to tell you the truth. The best way to have more romance in your life is through attraction rather than strenuous effort. You are the most attractive when you're fully enjoying yourself in the present. And that's what we were saying here, right? About the grass being greener in the present, here, right now, finding happiness where you are. Your joyful laughter, self-expression, and body language are beautiful. In contrast, any stress you experience as you strain to find romance pushes against the stream of life. Strain comes from a place of fear with an underlying worry. Maybe I won't receive this. That fear then attracts the very thing you worry about. Stress creates wrinkles, body tension, constricted voice, and other unattractive characteristics. So go smell a rose and fully enjoy its fragrant beauty. Allow yourself simple pleasures that lead to great joy. Affirm frequently that you are loved and lovable. Visualize a wonderful romantic relationship with a great partner. Take excellent care of yourself and follow your inner guidance. Via the law of attraction, you'll draw romantic love to you through your own attractive nature. So once again, this it's kind of repeating messages I see kind of in both readings here. This being authentic to yourself, being open, finding happiness, where you are, and this happiness will attract in, by you feeling happy with yourself in the present, the law of attraction will bring in somebody, who's going to just add to your happiness, right? But you have to be open, and you also have to trust. There's a definite message of trusting in this deep knowing, trusting in your intuition, and that kind of plays out with both of your readings here. Okay, so I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way, Aries. I thank you so much for joining me here today. I'll be looking out over the next couple of weeks. I will be posting towards the end of January. I'll be posting the February general readings for your signs, so be looking out for that. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month of January. Bye for now.